You use your enforcement agencies for political purposes, and that's exactly what's being done in the National Herald case today. I mean, I would like to know what's the offense. And why have you waited 13 years for this purpose? Why? Because you want to grab the properties. You want to paralyze the Congress party. I think the media should realize they have come after the Congress party, they have come after opposition parties. One day they'll come after you. This morning's news that the Enforcement Directorate has now decided to take possession of the properties of National Herald across the country is yet another evidence, example of the high-handedness of the government, which seeks to settle its political agendas through the Enforcement Directorate, through ED. You all know that this original complaint was filed by Subramaniam Swamy way back in 2012, and we are in 2025. The normal procedure of this government when it wants to trouble its political opponents, including chief ministers, Congress chief ministers in various states, is to have an FIR lodged, and then the ECIR, which is an Enforcement Directorate equivalent to a FIR, though it's an internal document. They lodge it immediately so that the Enforcement Directorate can go to various states and start arresting people. And you all know that, the CBI can't do that, because if the CBI wants to enter another state, it has to take the consent of that state before it enters it, or there has to be a court order. But the ED can go across to any state. So they have used the ED to destabilize governments. I remember in the case of Hemant Soren, they tried to do that, and then we got a court order. They tried to do that in the case of Siddaramaiah ji also. Unfortunately, they could not succeed. So wherever they find that they can trouble Congress chief ministers or Congress leaders through false cases, they try to do that. I remember in the case of Mr. Chidambaram, how many years ago they arrested him, and they kept on telling the court he has properties outside the country and we are sending letters rogatory, we'll get it soon. How many years have passed? You destroy a man's reputation, you destroy a party's reputation, you use your enforcement agencies for political purposes, and that's exactly what's being done in the National Herald case today. I mean, I would like to know what's the offense. National Herald was set up way back by freedom fighters who had shareholders in this newspaper. It was meant to spread the message of freedom and a message for India being together and India moving forward. It was for charitable purposes. The National Herald didn't have enough money at that time. Obviously, the Congress party had launched that paper. The Congress party gave it 90 crore rupees over the years. That debt could not be repaid. In the meantime, National Herald held assets throughout the country. So that debt could not be repaid, and therefore Young India was set up for the purposes of transferring for a sum of rupees 50 lakhs of the loan amount of 90 crores. And a Section 25 company was set up. A Section 25 company is a company where the shareholders are not entitled to any profit. The shareholders can't sell any property, they can't take any profit. So a Section 25 company was set up, and the shareholding of National Herald was taken over by the majority, but the shareholders don't own the property. The property in law can only be owned by the company. So neither Rahul Gandhi, nor Sonia Gandhi, nor anybody else, Motilal Boraji, of course, has passed away. He had certain amount of shares as well. They don't own the property. I mean, it's settled law that I am a shareholder of Tata's. Do I own the property? I am a shareholder in several companies. Do I own their property? I am a shareholder. The property is owned by the company. The property continues to be owned by National Herald. Right? And National Herald cannot transfer that property because this is now Young India, the shareholders. They cannot sell that property. It's a Section 25 company. And it can only be taken over by another Section 25 company. Now it's Section 8 under the new Act. Cannot be taken. And they are spreading the same message which is the original objective of National Herald. They are spreading the same message of secularism, of being together and stuff like that. So what's the offense? And why have you waited 13 years for this purpose? Why? Because you want to grab the properties. You want to paralyze the Congress party. Take possession of all the properties so that they cannot function. Because the properties are spread all over and they're over 600 crores worth of properties. That's what they allege. So they take them over, paralyze the Congress party so that they have no office to go to. As it is, the Congress party has, from what I know, not much money, so they will not be able to function as a political party. This is an assault on democracy. This is an assault on whatever we as a republic stand for. This is an unfortunate event that is reflective of the mindset of this government. It reflects the pettiness of a government that brooks no opposition, that will use agencies to destroy the opposition. They will take all those who were in the opposition, they take them in their ministries, make them Rajya Sabha members, give them posts and cabinet positions in states where people from the Congress has gone over to them, and against whom they have made public allegations of fraud and corruption. They will take those people and benefit them. There is no ED. There is no FIR there. I think the media should realize they have come after the Congress party, they have come after opposition parties. One day they'll come after you.